Right, welcome to a damage mod special, I think I'll call this. This is Smoketown Farm, by the way. I'm using damage mod on there, but the big problem I found is, no, I'll just do a demo. I'm going to drive flat out the wall ahead. 4 and 8 the damage. It's quite a bit of damage for okay, you would do a lot of damage, but with the cost of it as well, and just for the hell of it, I'll just demo the cost of it. I can get around here without hitting anything else. There we are. That's going to cost €5 to change to do the weight, and another €2,339 to repair the damage to the vehicle, and that's with a relatively small amount. Now, I know David Oldfield's been playing around with this, didn't really have one menu, playing around with this to try and calm it down, but he hasn't managed to calm down the damage as yet, although he will do now because I've already messaged him on what I found here. I'm going to stop this here, and we're just going to do a fairly gentle hit against this gate post to get the final bits of it. Not very scientific testing, but I'm testing this on Smoketown on normal difficulty. I'm just going to take this down to 8 mile an hour, which is a bit more than walking pace, but not that much more. Now we just hit the gate post with hopefully with the wheel. There we are, with the wheel, and that's done more damage, and we're on to 511. Right, I'm going to clip out of this now, just quit it, so we start with a completely fresh game next time, and you won't be seeing anything at the moment as I just swap out of that onto that, and hopefully we should get the display up, and here we are. Let's get rid of that. Right, I have here the things already done. I have set a whole lot of these up. Right, you take your damage repair zip, and it's, of course, if you don't already know, it's in my documents, and in my case it's in my games, Farm Sim 2015, in the mods, and it's there we are. Damn it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just delete that out. And whatever you do before you do anything with mods or scripts, make certain that you have a backup, and I have several backups. Right, and this is the same one here. I prepared some, for those of you who are British will remember Blue Peter, and they always said there's one I prepared earlier. Right, so I'm using 7-zip to extract the files. 7-zip is 3, which is good enough for me. Now the one you want is this one, repair specs. Now I'm going to open that up in, this is Notepad++, and this is all the things in there you notice, and down here about 68 is this line. This is the one we want. See, it's self.damage sensitivity equals util.get no nil bracket get XML float bracket XML file comma vehicle damage sensitivity quotation, it's in quotations, close bracket comma 1 close bracket. Now this is the one we're going to change. Just stop highlighting that. This one, if you bring that down, I'm going to really bring it right down to 0.2. That is low. Save it, and it's just by hitting the save icon at the top there. We're finished with that now. Now we need just to zip this up again. So using 7-zip, it's just a case of right click on there, highlight them all, and you probably know this, hit the first one, hit shift and hit the bottom one of the ones you want to save, and that brings them all into one. So if you right click 7-zip, add to archive, and it comes up with ZZZ.damage and repair.zip. Okay, that, and it zips it up here. So we're going to copy that. You still got your original one untouched, and we just put this back into here, paste, and just so I'm going to close some of these down again. I've got rather a lot of pages open. We don't need that. We don't need this. So all we've got open now is this is the folder for that particular one. As you see, it's mods. That's the one I'm using at the moment. I'm put it into 9 because 9 is an empty folder. So we'll be starting right afresh again. So I'm going to drop you out of here again. I will try and remember to cut this bit out, and hopefully when I go back in, you will be back with me. We'll soon find out. Right, you should be back with me again in game. I'm just going to swap over to that particular tractor. See, I started a completely fresh game. So everything is the same as before. I'm just going to foot to this floorboard. No damage to the front weight, which is not very realistic, and only 1% damage to the tractor. Hasn't made any difference to the actual cost, although the cost will be less now because there's less damage. We'll just try and bring it around here again without doing more damage. And there you see, for that bump we're going €350 worth of damage, which is a bit more reasonable. I'm actually going to change that when I get round to actually sterling for my own use, as I always use well, what used to be LSD when I were a boy. And we'll do the same test here. I think we're roughly the same distance. We'll just open this gate up again and try and just hit that gate post with the wheel once I've got it down to 8 mile or 8.5 mile an hour to be precise. So we'll just shut this down. And with that figure I changed, you can change it to whatever you like. In fact, once I've done this, I'll just run over a few tests already done there. So we hit that with the not a bit of damage, and just to prove it's not a fluke, we're back off, and we'll try again, get up to 8 mile an hour. I didn't quite hit the wheel that time. I remember it done damage last time. Now we should just hit the, well, we just glanced at, we have done some damage there, and a little there, but not as much as we were doing before. Let's just hit this again. Head on hasn't, or back on, it hasn't done any damage. Right, I'm just going to shut that off, and I'll just read a few figures that I've done. In testing earlier today, standard damage, hitting the wall test. This was without the wheel and pedal, so I didn't quite get the speed. I couldn't just floor it. I got 4.6 on standard hitting the wall, and after hitting that post I got 4.8. The 8 is the tractor and the 4 is for the weight. At point 2 I got 0.1 and no damage at all when I hit the post. That's 0.1 again. Setting the damage to 0.5, it was 3.3 hitting the wall and 3.5 with after the glance and blow. It is an improvement, even 0.5, which was probably nearer the mark you need. I would think 0.3 or 0.4 would be closer to what would be about right. I think 0.2 is a bit too low, but as course play can cause damage, I'm going to leave mine to 0.2 at the moment. And just for the hell of it, I tried setting him, but in 1.5, hitting the wall 9.13, and after hitting the post 1016. So I think that's all I'm going to do on this one. Now, I'm just putting that out there for those of you who want to use Damage Mod. I like Damage Mod. I shall carry on using it on Smokdown. If I hadn't discovered this, it would have been going off because it was getting silly. But just to give you, for instance, fire this up again. Now, there's some nasty potholes on this path here, where I'm 0.4 at the moment. Now, you wouldn't actually drive, you shouldn't really drive flat out down here, but I'm going to for the hell of it. And at 14 mile an hour, I was hitting one of these potholes. Try and find the one. That one. And that was doing 2 damage. Didn't do anything. And that was at 14 mile an hour. And that was flat out at, was it 26 mile an hour? 24, 26. Right, with that I'm going to leave it to you. It's me, Evan, saying thanks very much for watching, and I hope this helped. I will give the normal little add on to it. I don't guarantee this won't do any alter any other mods. It shouldn't do or do any other damage to your game. It's be it on your own head to use it. I'm putting it out there for those of you who want to try it. I have run it now for about 4 or 5 hours, and it's kept working. I will not be releasing with the extra figures in. It's not my mod, it's not my script, it's someone else's, and they have said it as they want. I'm just altering it slightly for my own use, and I thought I'd just, as I say, put it out there. Anyway, as I say, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please leave a like. If you're not a subscriber and you're interested in this channel, not very often do I do this type of thing. It's only if I actually find something I can beat other people to. But, please subscribe. Any comments, questions, queries, brickbacks, bouquets, please leave a comment. I try and answer everything. I at least acknowledge everything. And it's me, Evan, saying thank you very much for watching. And it's cheerio for now. Cheerio.